Welcome back to RimWorld. JC here. And you see on the side of the screen an awful lot of stuff has just popped up. We finished the research for the first stage in weapons, and I've moved on to further stages of weapons. Yeah, learning to... Due to the progression education mod. Yeah, you learn that and it forces one of your people who is intellectual, so basically the researcher, to learn that stage of firearms. If you're a tribal person, that's great, because then that person can then teach everybody else how to use firearms. Bit of a bugger when your entire party is high-tech firearms certified. So I had to do some jiggery pokery, also known as character editor, because it downgraded. I had to pick someone, so it downgraded them, so I had to just upgrade them again. It's a pain, but you know. So, on the alternative, because I now built the comms console, got a whole load of quests available. Oh. Hunt the land whale. No, we're not dealing with that anytime soon. Gravjumper, though. This is exactly what JC was... Right. You'd hope he'd bump into it some other way, but in reality, we've been contacted by the Trading Guild with an urgent offer. One of their grav ships carrying classified and dangerous cargo has gone rogue. The crew is presumed dead, and the ship is now on a collision course with one of their orbital platforms. It is also closely followed by a mechanoid swarm. Oh, lovely. To avoid further catastrophe, they propose to redirect the ship to crash near your location. In return, they grant you the salvage rights. The vessel will be heavily damaged, but its Gravjumper engine should remain intact. Be warned, as soon as it crashes, the pursuing mechanoids will descend upon your position. Gravships are rare and powerful vessels, built to traverse planetary surfaces and breach low orbit without rockets. Owning even a damaged one could change the course of your colony's future. Yes, and at this point, JC's like, yeah, sure, send that. This is the start of what he hoped is his command ship. Yes, you do note it says it's to do with orbit. You can't move between planets with it. But that's fine, because it can go up to one of his other ships, dock, jump, drop off. It's basically an armed transport shuttle. If you think Battletech, any of the Leopard shuttles, anything that can drop off lances of mech warriors and mechs, yeah, that's basically what my envisioning of this is going to be. It goes to an area, it's armed, and it drops off the command crew plus anybody else deciding to come along. I'm going to accept that, and you can land, I don't know, there. Psychic Soothe and the Gravjumper engine. Ah, yeah. The damaged Trade Guild vessel has crashed nearby. Amidst the wreckage, you spot a functioning Gravjumper engine. A compact gravity manipulation core used to lift ships from planetary surfaces to orbit. The ship seems badly damaged. Substantial repair will be required. Inspect the engine to make use of it and unlock the basic GravTech research project. What I am going to do though is form up in here. Form up in here. You can't see that. It is an absolute wreck. Right. We may just have to bomb rush them. Hunter. What have you got? You have got a rocket swarm pod. You've got a rocket swarm pod, and you've got a mass lance. Right. Stop trying to shoot through the vessel. You can't. Right. This thing's a wreck. We'll make better use of its internal space. What I need to do, tell you, to tell Chip to move forward. Fine, go as far as you damn well can. Everybody else, bust up. You, engage. Now it's locked onto him. Everybody else, bust around that corner. Yeah! That's evil. That is decidedly evil. But that's dealt with. Right. Stand down. Free me. We'll deconstruct that. And then we just got to tear this thing to pieces. Quickest and easiest way of doing this is to go claim all of that. We can stick that up there. That can go up there. All of these wooden lamps. Just deconstruct those. Why would you make anything out of wood? These two outfit stands. Gone. Pretty much every single auto door other than the outside ones. Gone. Gonna be ruthless with this thing. Right. Destroy thrusters can go. Destroy astrofuel. Gone. Thruster. Large thrusters. Gone. Destroyed small heat sink. Gone. Got one working thruster. Get rid of that. What is that? Oxygen tank. Gone. We're not going to orbit anytime soon. Cool. Right. Well, that was the highlight of the... watching my poor boy get absolutely smashed by rocket swarm pods. That was unpleasant. But their bits are now our bits, so, you know. You failed to kill him, who has actually already been repaired. Oh, it's a random wood scattered around the place because I'm destroying these because they're made of wood on a vessel that can overheat. I want to point that out. Yeah, it's a great idea. So I know as you jump around, for every tile you move, you generate heat. As we don't have heat sinks to hold that, it's just going to heat up the vessel, which means anything that's not made of wood, anything that is made of wood, also known as not made of steel, is going to burn. Yes, all the light fittings did set fire the first time I flew the vessel. Well, we got components again. I do kind of need to move that. Oh yeah, I need to analyze this, don't I? Hold on. Wait. Come here. Oh, mop it. No. Hey, I don't really care about its name. It's a temporary vessel. Among the remains of the crashed grav ship, a intact Gravjumper engine. You can research stuff in a different way. Doing research on this requires you to do something different. It's like anomaly. It's in its own little section. So what is that? Oxygen, living. Let's just open them all up. So orbital tech is the most expensive. What does that give you? Yeah. All kind of things I'd need for a bigger ship, but not for this ship in particular. Fine. Just work our way through them. But you can only gain that by, as it says, obtain grav data by travelling with your grav ship. That's right. I have to actually use the damn thing. So, deconstruct those. Yes, it's very dark in here. That is almost deliberate. I'll put one there. I think one there and there. Will you? Now one could go there and there. Oh, they may be a bit superfluous. I'll cancel that one because they may project the light back there anyway. Just turn the lights on temporarily. Hold on. And it's given us a detected a grav core. Yeah, you've detected the energy signature of a grav core. A signal originates from an ancient underground stockpile. The location is marked on the world map. Underground stockpiles must be hacked to enter. The process can take days to complete. You now desire this thing, which is a medium alter. Oh, you little sods. It hasn't flagged it correctly. That's fine. That's weird. It's just classing it as a... Ah. No, no, the room area is fine. That's weird. It's not flagging it like it should do. She said this is just a medium altar, right? But when you look in here, it just says it's a medium altar. Not what it's supposed to be. So that's going to be a weird one. This is why I dislike ideology. It's a medium altar, but it has to be called a protective altar. It's a variant of the medium altar. So I will have to do some jiggery pokery, but they've got it. It should be perfectly fine. It's sitting there waiting for them, but no, they don't like it. Weirdos. Of course, I have to fix the floors, don't I? Some panels, I guess. Hopefully it can actually fly like this. I think it can. Get that stuff out the way. Good grief. Okay. When you're done, please grab the exotic goods trader. This could be very important. Because exotic goods traders carry all kinds of really fancy things. Most notably, advanced components, but I have nothing to buy them with. Because they're unwilling to accept anything other than 10 plasteel. Ass hats. Like, no, none of your stuff. We're not willing to accept any of your stuff. Oh, good luck, Foxy. Because I don't rate your chances. Yep. That ended predictably. So now I have to go to space, gravship substructure. To at least spend some of it on that. I'm going to need a bit there, there, and there. At the very least, I need that much so I can put the engines in. Bulk goods trader. When you wake up, come trade with bulk goods trader. Maybe Maybe they'll buy some stuff from us and we can, I don't know, offload, get some components off them. Who knows? But I definitely want this bench built. That's the point. That's something I meant to do at the start of this episode, is do that. Get more of this because I've banned them from doing this. They'll start actively working through all this and getting this all paved up nice. It goes a hell of a lot faster than that does. No, but you will take a whole load of our stuff off of us. I'm alright for components for the time being, but there you go. We'll just trade you that. You give us some silver, job done. Not very much. Right, there we go. Look, it's actually looking reasonable again now. The mass carpets and red crosses are disappearing, which is a reassuring sign, especially after blueprinting the hell out of everything. Why? Just look like a normal one. It's not a normal one. That's a normal one. That's all. Oh, they're all random. Oh. How infuriating. Oh no, there we go. It was on a different. Just had to scroll down. I don't really care about much. Gas operation and turrets. I'm sorry, unlocks the convergence death ray turret. Do what? I'm going to have gas operations. Then I'm going to do gun turrets. Because there's follow-on stuff from here. Or at least a different, slightly different area, but yeah. No. Just no. I'm going to say that right here, right now. Just no. There we go. They all look the same within this area. Perfect. Right, okay. The feng shui has returned to the base. Well, at least this corridor. There's a point. Did I really need one there when I've got that? Entirely necessary? Let's reinstall that. Here. Let's reinstall that there, see if that actually does need light, because I don't think it does. Because it's going to hold exactly the same projection as this, which means it's going to be fully lit. Of course, it's still slow. We've got 11 Gravlight panels left. 8 bits there, and there's 1 bit of what's in there. That's a downed gravship. Well, at the moment, I'd love to go over there and grab that with my grab ship, but this thing's got the range of a... Yeah, it just doesn't have much in the way of range. Let's put it that way. I've probably got the steel for this. Oh, let's put them on pause. I know I've got the components, but... Ah, for God's sake. Okay. We'll get this ship fixed eventually. Once it's fixed, you can see I'm going to slap a whole load of thrusters in here. Nice and happy. Just need environment, airflow, wall mounted vent there. There. I'm going to do it there and there. Definitely try my patience, don't you? It really doesn't matter what quality you make that. Where can I slap that battery? It's a little annoying, put it that way. As you can see, it's doing the curving like the other stuff does. It's not actually a square there. There's nothing there. It's just visually drawn it on. It's actually there and there. It's exactly how this one does it. Hence why I said that this stuff uses the same code. Right, let's start trimming this back. Give ourselves some more space. More internal space. Let's grab some steel doors. There you go. At least make that into a section and then this into a section. The wiring circuit on this is atrocious. It works, but a lot of it is visible, which is a pain. I can't reinstall it because the ground is damaged. Oh, why did you make a masterwork bed, you little tard? A bed isn't going to last all that long. Fine. There we go. At least they'll both have decent beds. Four. I have just enough grav panels to do this. Now, pirates, don't make me stomp on. You start disrupting the flow of the planet too much, I will stomp on. Not with this. I'll just log it in my book of grudges. And then when I have a big ship with big weaponry, then Then I'll descend upon them like a ton of bricks. Until then, and on that note, thank you for watching. Until next time, this is JC.